Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Anya at DecoToes. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe how long it's been, and I've been meaning to make this video for so long now. And as the video goes on, I will explain to you why it has taken me so long. So as you know, I kind of stopped making regular videos because of the pandemic and also all the other reasons behind it. If you haven't seen the last video that I posted, you can look that up. But I wanted to give you a little bit of my life update and what's been happening in the past few months. I mean, I think it's been like at least 4 or 5 months. So okay, so I have been really busy with something unexpected that has been happening in my life, and it was a very quick and I want to say a bit of a spontaneous decision. So I lived now in Illinois, and I struggled every winter, and I've mentioned this in some of the videos before, but just every time winter would come and the cold and the snow and the ice and all of that, I would pretty much stay home and not go outside unless I really needed to during those months. To me, having to bundle up and put boots on and coats and hats, which, well, I never really wore hats. But anyways, just the cold, it was really difficult on me. And every winter I would ask myself, like, what are we still doing here? Why are we still here? As some of you may or may not know, I have no family in the whole of the United States. All of my family is back in Europe. So I said, why don't we move? And previously I had the plan of moving to Florida. Now Florida is just a teensy beansy too hot for me. I mean, yeah, I like mild weather. Nothing extremely hot or extremely cold. And I've recently found out that people who are missing limbs, their bodies overheat a lot easier because you have less body surface to cool down. So yeah, extreme heats and humidity is not really something that I enjoy either, although it's a lot better than winter. But we recently have heard from a friend that North Carolina is really nice and the weather is really nice. So we decided to go and see. And I've never been to North Carolina before, but I kind of make quick decisions in life. I think I'm very spontaneous. So this quick decision went like this, and I will give you like the brief summary of how the events happened. So I first heard about North Carolina. Then within that week, I contacted some friends that live here, and like a week and a half after the initial idea of, hey, maybe we should move to North Carolina, we were in the car driving to North Carolina, and just to see what it's like and if we would in fact like to live here. So we were here 4 days, and then on the way back home, we were kind of going back home with the thought of we're going to, you know, sell our house and move to North Carolina. So then the process of getting the house ready to be put up for sale began. We had to do some painting, some work that we've been kind of putting off, and so it was a busy time. It was a really busy time. So within, I want to say like 3 weeks after we got back home, the house was up on the market. We had an offer within 6 days, which was kind of quick. And of course, by the time closing happens and all of that, it takes some time, which it did. So it took probably another month or so. So then we started packing. As soon as we got back from North Carolina, that's when we started doing the initial packing, kind of going through our stuff and organizing and getting rid of the things that we wouldn't need to be taking here, just to minimize and just not to have as many things to take, as it is like 800 miles. So we had to rent a truck, which I want to kind of talk about that also. So aside from the life update, I also want to give you some information of like the moving process, but also some of the aspects when it comes to having a disability and going through all that. So this video might turn out to be a little longer than I expected, so bear with me. I hope you've missed seeing my face, so you're not gonna mind me just going on and on about the whole thing. But so basically we started going through stuff, and then we started like really packing. So I was going to film some of the process of that, but I mean, I had no time to like get myself camera ready, and I don't really put myself on camera unless I feel like I'm presentable enough, let's just say. So so I just kept putting it off and off, and I just never got to it. So the whole packing happened, the whole selling of the house happened, and then so we rented a truck, and I've looked into a few different places and companies and stuff like that for the moving. So we ended up hiring 2 companies. One was U-Pack, and I'll insert a picture here. So they are just a transport company, and I have, so the truck was 28 feet long, out of which we kind of reserved 17 feet. We made it actually in 16 feet, so yay. So anyways, they put the truck outside your house when you're ready, which for us, they had to put it on the street because, well, we didn't live right off of the street. We lived off of like a driveway where there just wasn't enough space to leave the truck for a few days, which ended up just to be being 2 days, because I couldn't leave the truck on the street for more than one night. So there was just a lot of like formalities and logistics and all of that to kind of work around and stuff like that. So it just was, I was really busy. I was making a lot of phone calls and doing a lot of online searches and taking care of a whole lot of stuff. So they've put the truck there, and then the next morning, aside from some wonderful people that came to help out, we also hired movers, and the movers came and they kind of loaded everything up onto the truck. And we had already like had some help packing our furniture, wrapping it. I mean, we got the packing blankets and the shrink wrap and, you know, tape and boxes and all of that. So the moving pretty much went smoothly. We did have some things that kind of moved around. Our closing date actually got pushed by a few days, which was really stressful because I already had the truck scheduled. I already had the movers scheduled. We were already living on like the minimal things that we left. And here our closing isn't happening when it was supposed to. But it only got pushed by a few days. So actually we ended up signing the papers just a day later. And we ended up leaving 2 days later after we were originally supposed to leave. Oh my, this is a lot of information. I'm trying to like remember everything and how it happened and all of that. So, okay, so on Sunday we started packing the car. We have 2 cars, so we had to drive both of the cars to North Carolina. And it was, I mean, we pretty much almost ran out of space in the cars for all the stuff that we've left behind. But it took a long time to pack everything up. I wanted to be rested for the drive, and so did the rest of us. So we didn't leave our house until like 2:30, 3 p.m. So we didn't get through much of the driving in the first day. And for those who don't know, we had like a 12.5 hour drive, which I'll get to that in a second, but we had to split it up into 2 days because I had to drive one of the cars all the way through, because my mom was driving the other car, so we couldn't like take turns driving. I couldn't really rest for that long. So we only got through like the first 4 hours of the ride. On the first day, we ended up staying at a hotel, and then the second day came and we had to drive the rest of the 8 hours, which I thought was so long. I honestly, the most I've driven so far before then was 3 hours, and then on the way to North Carolina the first time when me and my mom were switching off, I drove for like 5.5 hours. So 5.5, and here I have 8 hours of driving, but everything was fine. I did have some pain in my leg because of how I have to hold one foot on the steering wheel the whole time. Although I do kind of switch the positioning of my leg. I hold the steering wheel in different places to kind of let my leg rest a little bit. And then because when I drive, my knee is kind of up in the air and I have to hold it like that, I ended up just putting something underneath so that I could rest my leg more comfortably. But still, having my hip in that position for that long was kind of difficult. But I'm surprised how fast it went by. The drive went so fast, I could not believe it. And like, we were here before we knew it. So anyways, we are at a temporary house right now. So like, all of our furniture is still like wrapped up, boxed up. We really didn't do a lot of the unpacking. So I found like this little space of a wall where I could like sit here and film this video because everything else is just like a mess. But I gotta say, like, as fast as this whole thing happened, and to some people it's like, whoa, what, are you just like up and go like that? Well, I think it was a little bit easier for me because I have moved, you know, from Poland here, and then we moved within Illinois a few times, quite a few times actually. So I mean, just packing up and going, a place is a place. I do miss the people. I wish I could just pack up the people in a little box or a big box and just take them with. But other than that, I really, as much as I liked the place we were living in Illinois, the winter every year was just too much for me to handle, which leads me to say this. I am hoping that the house we're in right now here in North Carolina is temporary, as in we are going to find a permanent house here in North Carolina, unless some things just don't work out, you know, with like jobs and all of that. And it's a scary thought. And making this video now, I hope that a few months down the line I'm going to be able to sit here or at a different house and say, yes, we are staying here permanently, not moving back to Illinois, which just would be devastating for me. The prospect of the snow in the winter is just not, it's not a cool feeling. Trust me, it's not. I mean, even when I like watch TV and there's like a snow scene, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never ever want to experience that again in my entire life. So it's been fun. It's been crazy. The past couple months have been just absolutely insane. I mean, here we are 2 months after, no more than 2.5 months after the initial idea of, hey, let's check out North Carolina and see how we like it. So it all happened very, very quickly. And I'm glad it's over. The whole thing, selling and also buying any kind of real estate is just stressful, very stressful. But we got through it, and I really hope that we're going to be able to just stay here. And to me, moving to a new place like this is not scary. It's sort of an adventure. It's something new and exciting, and I think I tend to get just a little bored with things from time to time. So I like the new. I like having to GPS my way around because I have no idea where anything is here. I don't mind it. To me, it's just like exploring the neighborhood and exploring all the new areas. And the trees over here, which are currently blooming, I think they're called myrtle trees, which I have some pictures, so I'll post them right here. These trees are what seems like everywhere around here, and I absolutely love them. I absolutely love them. I mean, aside from the fact that North Carolina is so green with so many trees everywhere, these blooming trees and all the different shades of pink and purple and white and red are just stunning. I cannot get over them. But also it's fun. It's we have seen blue-tailed skink around our house, which you can see that right here. And let me just say, their tail is so much more blue in real life and so much more metallic looking. It's absolutely insane. So we have those. We have little tiny frogs, and we also have, we've had a snake in our backyard. Actually, like on our patio. It was just a black snake. I'm not an expert on snakes. It was not harmful in any way. My son is actually very into reptiles, so he really enjoyed that. But it's fun, it's new, it's different, and it's exciting, you know. We have a fig tree in the backyard, and you know, we eat the figs, and it's just I really, really like it here. And it seems like with every day that we're here, by the way, we've only been here just a little less than 2 weeks. So it'll be 2 weeks in 2 days. And I already feel like home. I've felt like home since we got here. And I love it, and I enjoy it. I really do. And I really, really hope that we're going to be able to stay here. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys this quick update, which, yes, it was longer than I expected. But because of everything, the way it's set up and all the mess around the house and the fact that I don't have all my filming equipment out, and no, I'm not going to go looking for it and unpacking it because I'm not about to pack it all up again. So I might throw in a short video here and there, but again, they're not going to be anything regular just yet unless we settle into a more permanent spot. And I will end this video here because I'm sitting on the floor and my entire leg just fell asleep, and so I need to get up if I'm gonna be able to. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that answered some of you guys' curiosity about what I've been up to and what's been happening in my life. So I've missed you all. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will stick around for future ones. Thanks so much, and take care. Bye.